Hi everyone, welcome to webmastercampus.com. In this video, let's talk about CSS Syntax. Here you can see Visual Studio Code is open. I am going to create another folder. Okay, and this will be the fourth lesson. So CSS Syntax. I'm going to create a new file, index.html. I'm going to generate the HTML code. We should be good on that one. Then I'm going to create a paragraph tag. Let me write lorem and press the tab button. It will complete this syntax. I don't need that much text, so I'm going to move a bit of text over here and it should look like that. And I am also, let's create a style sheet over here, and let's take the default name style.css, and we will write the style over here, and I'm going to link that with :css. This is connected now. Okay, we should be good on that one. Now we know this is a HTML tag. P is a HTML tag and this one is an HTML element. We already know about this. I am going to write down some CSS for this particular P tag. Okay, and this one I'm going to use the color. Let me take the saddle brown, semicolon. Let me run this program, and on the HTML file I'm going to click show preview. So you can see it's showing in the saddle brown, and this is good, and we should be good on that one. Now let's move to CSS file. In this CSS file you can see this is a P is a tag. Here we call this P as a selector. Okay, this P, let me write down the comment. You can writing the comment by just pressing Control / or use the syntax over here like / static / again, and if you write something inside of it, it is considered as a comment, so there is no impact of these lines on your code or HTML CSS file. So this P over here is the selector. Okay, this P is the selector, and what the curly brackets, which is like the curly bracket start and the curly brackets end. Let me write it over here, delimiter. And this line of code that we have written over here, this one, this color is actually the property. Okay, this color is property, and this value like a colon is act as a separator. Okay, so this colon is actually a separator, and the value saddle brown or any color that you are going to write, it's called the property value. And here we are. So this is selector, the curly brackets are delimiter, color is the property value, and this complete line color colon saddle brown semicolon, it's called a declaration. So this complete line over here is called the declaration. Okay, so I think you should be good on that one. I hope you can understand this. I am going to show you a diagram over here. This will help you to more understand. Selector P, property, color is the property, red is the property value, and color colon red semicolon is called a declaration. Okay, so I hope this is making some sense and you can understand the things over here. And this complete code over here is called a rule set or CSS rule set, and this term is also referred as just a rule. You can call this CSS rule. As written over here, the term rule set is often referred to as just rule. Okay, so you can use it. You know the selector is P, but you can add multiple. Now let's I'm going to remove this one. Now I'm going to add more declaration to it. Let's call a background color, and I'm going to use beige color over here. Is fine. Let me give it a border 1 pixel solid. One thing I would like you to notice is CSS default border color. Like this is the border color. If I'm just going to disable this property, I just comment this out by pressing Ctrl//. So you can see the borders is let me make it 10 pixel. So border is in black color. Why? Because border uses the color property for its default color. I am not going to define any color. If I will define red, so it will be red. But if I'm not going to define any color, so it takes the color property, which is default is black. Okay, and if I'm going to explicitly define a color, so it will take that color, saddle brown, which is over here, is the color of the border property until I will define a different color, so it will work. Now I hope you have clear about the CSS default border color as well. These are the multiple declaration. Okay, these are the multiple declaration. This is a single declaration, and these are called multiple declarations in a CSS rule over here. And sometimes there is a confusion about the spacing. You can add a spacing before this, like this. You can add this, it was fine, and there's nothing wrong about it. Personally, I don't use spacing between the property and the column, and I use this for the property value. Okay, so I hope this is more clear about it. Now let's define a div tag over here, and I'm going to call this let's call the div content, and this one. Now for this particular div, I am going to take a copy of this, and I can define the same for the div, and you can see the color is applying. And let me just change it to, should be the enough, or let's take it 5. As these color are like these properties are same, this is okay. But the problem is the code is going to be repeated, or a repetition. They are using same properties, so why I am going to duplicate this? For this purposes, CSS provide you a grouping of CSS Selector. Like instead of writing this separately, what you can do, you can just define the property and make it like the combination. Now if you are going to disable these properties, this is how it looks like there is no need for separation if the properties are common. And for the common properties, you can just group them using a comma separator into the selector section. But if you have some unique properties, let me enable this, and I am going to remove this. But if there is some unique properties, let's say I have on the P, I have a border radius, which I am going to take 5 pixel. Okay, so you can see that P is at the top. Let me just change this to 5 pixel so you can see it more better. Now you can see the borders, like the green border over here, the content inside of it, the border, this is just rounded on all the 4 sides. This is because I am giving a border radius only to P over here, right? If you want to change the font size, and you can go by 2 rem over here, and you can see the div content is looking larger than this one. So you can provide the unique properties like this in a separate rule, but if there are some common properties, you can just combine them or group them by using a comma separator and just define the common properties. But in the end, maybe you think like the border should also be unique, then you can make them like this and change the color or something. Let me take the brown or something, so it look like that. I hope this lesson will help you to understand the CSS syntax better. Thanks, bye.